Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to play through a few rounds of Resurgence. If you want to see our full review, you can click the link in the video description. That'll take you over there. We'll talk about components, what we think about the game, and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't want to check that out, let's get started playing through the game. All right, so let's talk about setup real quickly, and then we'll get into it. So to set up, you're going to put out the board in the middle of the table. Each player is going to get a player board. I have that upside down. They'll look like this, these little tiny ones. It will also get a player screen that's going to hide this. I'm not going to show that, but there'll also be a player screen that will hide this board from everybody. It also has a really cool turn order on the back, which I will keep out for reference. And each player is going to get this player board with some random tiles on top blocking off spaces. You're going to start with 0 oil, gears, and bread. You'll put your medic kit and your bullets on 0, and your fortress down here on the level 1. Then on the center board, you're going to get the mutant cards, shuffle those up. In a 2-player game, you're going to flip 2, and the mutants are going to go in those 2 spaces. And in a less than 4-player game, we're not going to use the bottom spaces of missions and this space here for extra characters. You're going to flip 4 missions, advanced missions, 4 regular missions, flip 5 extra characters you can buy, have an event deck, 2 in-game goals, and then each player is going to put their scoring marker on 0 and each of their little flags on the very first space, the 0 of all the tracks. All right. Then you're going to prepare your bag. In your bag, you're going to have your survivor, 5 of your survivors, or 6, I'm not sure, and your hero. Then you're going to have your specialists, which are these 3 stacks here, 3 different characters that are ready to be recruited in different ways through the game. Everybody's going to have the same stuff in the bag, right? And then starting from last player to first, so that's the first player. So from blue to pink, each player is going to draft a starting character and a starting mission, and we've done that. The character is going to give you a special ability, and the mission is going to kind of give you a goal to get started to help keep you focused, all right? And now that that's all out of the way, let's play. So this is a bag building worker placement game. And what that means is we're going to be acquiring tokens, putting them in our bag, drawing some out, and we're going to use them to go to different locations on the board. So the reason we have this screen here is we're going to block our board like this because we're going to program where we're sending our workers. Now, I'm not going to do that here, but you're going to have to just imagine that everything that I'm doing on these boards here is behind a player screen, okay? And that matters for a couple reasons, which we'll get into. So first thing that's going to happen is when you're at this level of your fortress, you are going to draw 4 tokens out of the bag. So it's 4, 5, 5, and 6. It's on your player board here as well, right here. But for now, we're just going to do that. So blue will draw 4. It's more than likely going to be just your survivors and maybe your hero. Sweet, I got my hero. Or blue got their hero. Now pink will do the same thing. We'll draw 4. And again, this is all behind the player screen, so no one knows what's going on. And they got just 4 survivors. Okay, now what you're going to do here is you're going to program where you want these characters to go. Now, if you look on the board, there's M's, there's ports, and there is a compound space, which means it's going to be going to your own player board. At the beginning of the game, you only have your rest area and your checkpoint available, but as the game progresses, you're going to unlock more spaces that your character can go. A couple other restrictions. Whatever character is showing on the left here, that's the character that needs to go there. If it's the survivor or anybody else can go there. If it's a specialist, that specialist or your hero can go there. And your hero is never on the board, but he can go wherever he wants to, or she. They're double-sided characters, which is cool. So that's the gist. So this character can only go to this space or a hero. That's it. For these, anybody can go to those. All right. So let's do... I think what does pink want to do? I want to get some oil and some bread. So let's send 2 dudes here. 1 there, 2 there, and 1 will go here. That looks good. All right, so what does blue want? They want some bread. So they're going to send the hero here. This guy here, 1 and 1. All right. So now once everybody's programmed, you would take your shield, take it off so everybody can see what you've done. All right. Now what's going to happen is we're going to do a leadership section. And that means we're going to look at each of the 3 locations, who has the most strength in that area, and you're going to move up on the track. Now, how does strength work? Well, it says on this as well. So your survivors are worth 1, specialists are worth 2, heroes are worth 3. So if I look here, in my M section for pink, this is worth 2. In the M section for blue, this is worth 4 because this guy's 1, this is 3. So 4 is higher than 2, so 4 wins that leadership. Also, if you look, if you win the leadership by 4 or more, which they have 4 or more when they win, you get to move up 2. So blue is going to move up on the red track 2 spaces. These are going to be worth points at the end of the game, and they're going to give you bonuses. So right now, blue gets 2 bread. So they take the bread marker, and they move it up. Then we're going to do the same thing. In the port, we both have 1, so we both move up. And then in the compound, we both have 1, so we both move up. All right, and that's how that works. Now we're going to move into the worker action space. So starting with pink, we're going to take some actions. Now, I can move any of these workers to the appropriate spaces on the board. If I decide I don't want to go there, they can go to my rest area. So say this person didn't want to go to a port, I can put it on the rest area. That's the only time that they can go somewhere where they're not assigned, unless you have a card that says otherwise. And also, if there's another token on the board, you have to spend a resource of your choice to go to that space for every other token that's there. And if I go here, I can't then go to this same space later. Only one of your tokens of your color can go there. Okay. All right. So what do I want to do? I want to go to a port. So let's get some bread. I'm actually going to get some bread. Let's go right here. That guy gives me 2 bread. And there's no special event in the first round of the game. There's no special event. All right. And that's my turn. I did that. Got some bread. If I had a mission I could complete it. But I can't yet, so I don't. All right, so then it's blue's turn. And blue they want to get some bread as well. They're going to go right here. Because remember, the hero can go anywhere. So they're going to get 3 bread. And that's their turn. All right, back to pink. Pink wants to go here. They're going to get some oil. I'll probably end up calling that butter because I've been calling it butter when I'm playing. So if I do, I'm sorry. So I get an oil. Now I'm going to complete... Oh, can't complete my mission yet. In order to complete the mission, you got to be in the location that it says. So I can't do that yet. I did those actions backwards. Then this character is going to go to their compound. They can send that guy there to get a med or a bullet, and they're going to take a med. All right, back to pink. Pink will... Let's go here. So I have to spend any resource that I want. I don't want to go there. Let's go here. Spend any resource that I want. So I'll spend a bread. And then that will get me 1 gear. You need gears to unlock these spaces on your board. Back to blue. Blue has a port. They need to go to purple. So let's go... Dang. Let's not do that yet. Let's go here. No, they can't go there. Yes, they can. So they have a special ability. Once per round, their survivor can be a specialist. So they're going to use that. And they're going to send their survivor here, which will let them... He's going to be the scientist, I think, get a new mission. So until you get to your compound to level 3, anything with the radio tower is off limits to you. So you can't score these in-game bonuses until you're at least here. And you can't take these missions until you're at least here. But I think they're just going to take this one. You can have 3 active missions at a time. Right? And that's their turn. Oh, and they get a med for that. Done. All right, now back to pink. Pink only has their compound. And they'll go there, and they'll take a bullet. Back to blue. Blue will... They have a... There. They don't have any gears. So let's just go here, and they're going to put an extra character in their bag. And let's do this one. That's what that space means. All right? All right, so that is the end of the round. Now, first thing that happens is we're going to go back through this. So we're going to any of the characters that we didn't buy that are in these 2 spaces come off. Everything will slide down. All your characters will go off the board and your compound to the rest area. because unlimited amount of people can be in there. That's the only space where unlimited amount of your characters can go. Okay, then we will get new missions. A new mission here. We will untap our characters. Get new mutants. So we have purple and nothing, so only mutants in purple. Okay. Then we'll get a new event here. And this is leadership step. Do not gain any bonuses when you advance on a leadership track this round, so that's real nasty. So we'll put this up here to know that that is going to hurt us. All right. And then we're ready to keep going. So, oh wait, one more thing you can do. At this point, you can also upgrade your compound, and you're going to get bonuses for any completed missions. So say this mission got completed. Let me show you here. These 2 missions got completed. All right, we'll slide this down. They're going to go in the appropriate space. So brown ones go here. Purple ones go here. Same one. Okay. So then anything you have in this area is going to get you a bonus. So I would be able to get a oil or a bread for each card that I have there. So say I did two oils. Okay. And then what you can do is, if you've met the criteria on this compound here, you can do it. So if I would have had my bullet on 3, my med at 3, you don't have to spend it, you just have to have it. And say I had all these up here, okay? Then I could spend you have to spend the oil and you have to spend the bread, but you don't have to spend these, and I can move this up. Now, next round, I can pull 5 tokens out, but it's going to get more expensive for me to be able to upgrade. Now, why else is that important? When I'm upgrading my compound, based on where my fist is, those are the buildings that I can open up. So I can do these and these now. All right. Then first player will pass, and we'll do that all again. All right. Now, at the end of the game, because I'm not going to keep going, but at the end of the game, if you've made it to level 3, you can score these 2 goals. So if you have enough butter, you're going to get some points. For every one of those tokens you have in your bag times spaces you've unlocked on your compound, divide by 2, you'll get that. You're going to score points for where you are in your compound. So if I made it up to here, I would get 9. You're going to get points for where these are. So if they both were right here, if one was there and one was here, I would get 4 and 2, so 6 points. Every 3 resources I have left gets me a point. And whoever's farthest along on the tracks gets some points. So 7 and 4 in a 2-player game. And I think that's all of the points, I believe. And then whoever has the most points is the winner. If you go all the way around the track, you can use your plus 50 and you can mark that as well. So that is how you play Resurgence. Again, if you want to check out our full review, click the link on the video description. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And as always, keep gaming.